Good afternoon. Welcome to our third press conference here at the Sioux Falls Regional for the 2024 NCAA Men's Ice Hockey Championships. Up on the dais, we're now joined by the Minnesota Golden Gophers, the 2 seed here in Sioux Falls from the Big Ten. Minnesota is entering their 41st NCAA tournament, which is tied with Michigan for the most all time. They are 5-time national champions. They have reached back-to-back Frozen Fours and are the reigning national runners-up. They're led by Bob Motzko, who is in his 6th season in charge of Minnesota. His 10th year overall with the program, his 19th as a head coach at the NCAA level. He's the 2023 Spencer Penrose Award winner for National Coach of the Year. On the stage with Coach Motzko as well is graduate senior captain Jaxon Nelson, who was honorable mention All Big Ten this season, and sophomore forward Jimmy Snuggerud, who was first team All Big Ten. We'll open up the press conference with an opening statement from Coach Motzko. Then we'll allow you to ask questions to our student athletes. Once we're done, then we'll excuse the student athletes. You can have questions for Coach. So we'll start things off again with Coach Bob Motzko with an opening statement.
Well, here we go. We begin again, and this is what all the teams in the country fight for: is an opportunity to get in this tournament. And what I like, our group, we've had success recently. They're excited about being in the tournament this year, and I think that's the biggest thing that our staff was judging, that. No complacency, that it never gets old, and you got to cherish the moments you get in this tournament, and our team has that, so we're excited about that.
Thank you, Coach. If you have questions for Jaxon or for Jimmy, please raise your hands. We used to have a moderator who had a microphone. I'm not sure where Ryan or Austin went, but feel free to raise your hands, state your name and your affiliation. Feel free to ask your questions to our student athletes. Let's start with Jaxon.
Just Myers from the Rink Lab. Jaxon, just what's it like being back here? You're gonna have a lot of friends and families kind of back in your old home country here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of support from Laverne. It's only 25, 30 minutes away, and just looking forward to being out there and being back to where we wanted to be the whole year, and I think we'll set up good.
What about the farm yesterday when you guys rode by or anything?
To a couple people, mostly everyone was on their phone.
Randy Johnson, Minneapolis Stars too. You guys came very close to winning a national title last year with a lot of guys who have left after that season. Do you feel you've had to create your own identity with this team?
Yeah, definitely. Every year's different. Last year we could just kind of win with just showing up, and this year we've learned how to win games and learned that every game's gonna be tight and everyone wants to beat us. And just playing the way we're supposed to play and playing the way that Gopher hockey is meant to be played.
Ryan doesn't have a microphone, so we can.
I don't think we need a mic.
Yeah, we probably don't.
I think it's more
for
for
the.
the
I
mic.
think it's more for the stream. I think.
Jimmy, you've got family here in Sioux Falls. What was the level of excitement when you saw you were coming here, and you and Jake talked a lot this week?
Yeah, we did. It was nice to know that we were coming here, and he's here too, and it's nice to have family here. It's just it's a good feeling, that he's there to support. So yeah, it's nice.
Jimmy, you've basically got on a little bit of a tear lately. What's been the secret to that?
What's that?
You've been on a bit of a scoring tear lately. What's been the secret to that?
I think just shooting, kind of getting the puck on the net, doing the best I can with my line mates, and we're onwards from here. So.
Jaxon, I was noting that RIT is the only team that's coming in here with a win in their last game. Just how do you guys kind of get your groove back after what I know was probably disappointing, the outcome at least against Michigan, not the effort?
Yeah, it was a tough game to lose. Obviously, we wanted to make a run at the Big Ten and get back in the championship game, but we're on from that, and we're going for the big one here, and been waiting to be in this tournament the whole year, and finally here, and gonna make an impression.
This is Grant Sweeter, Kellan Sports here in Sioux Falls. For either of you, you guys obviously coming off what you did last year. I know it's a different team, but this team has national championship hopes. How do you guys kind of, contain that and go, okay, we got Omaha first, that's where we have to start, to build that process?
I think just kind of living in the moment. Our coaching staff has done a really good job of establishing that and not looking in the future. I think just kind of taking it day by day, knowing that Omaha is a strong team, and we faced strong opponents this year, and our team is completely ready for their compete level and their ability to get pucks deep and work us. And I think we're right where we want to be.
Jimmy, you went through the NCAA tournament process last year. Jackson, you're kind of an old veteran at it now. What do you take from previous years' experience at this level, where it's one and done, and the spotlight's maybe a little brighter, and how does that factor into what you hope to do tomorrow?
Yeah, we played Penn State in the Big Ten, and obviously that Saturday game was a really good game. They played hard, and just so hard to end someone's season, and that's the way we're going to be playing, and that's what everyone's going to be playing. And the better team, whoever's on top of their game, is usually the team that comes out with the win. So just being ready to go and staying disciplined and working hard.
You guys have a veteran goalie there, and Justin Close. What has he meant to you guys this year?
Everything. I think we need him every night we play. An important game. He's back there. He's our back string, and he showed last year that he can do it at this level, and he's going to bring that again to this tournament. As we hope. But I think he's been there for us all year, and he should be able to bring it.
Jackson, I know you were asked about, growing up not too far from here, but if you kind of let it sink in, then not only you'll have some family here, but I mean, this isn't far from the Twin Cities. You guys should have a pretty good crowd of Golden Gopher fans that fill up the Premier Center.
Yeah, definitely. We were in Fargo last year, and there's a lot of people there, and it's pretty much the same drive from Twin Cities to Fargo to Twin Cities to Sioux Falls. So I think it'll be a really good stadium, and should be rocking tomorrow, and we're all excited for it.
Any other questions? Last call for student athletes. Jackson and Jimmy, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
Good job, boys.
Questions for head coach Bob Motzko?
Bob, was there a point in the season where you felt this team was starting to make a identity for itself?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. The second half, and then we got traction once we got healthy and had a little break, and we had a real good good look about us in January and February, and then through that, I had to reflect back that the first half with what we were dealing with, nothing got away from us, and I thought that was a true character part of our group, where with the injuries we had and new players coming into our program, different look than a year ago, we stayed pretty strong the first half. It was rocky, and I think that was the key to our, looking back now, I loved how we played in January and February, but I think the fact that we, had some adversity early and we handled it showed a lot of strength in this group.
Bob, Jimmy has talked about kind of living in the moment and getting back to his game now. Did you maybe see him hit a wall a little bit? He was so strong after World Juniors and then kind of went on a dry spell. What did you see from him there?
Like all great athletes that get into a slump, whether it's at the, at bat or goal scorers, they all go through it. And he went through a little one, and he was in a bad mood. Like, that's what they do. But then I think all the great ones got to go through it and realize that it'll be over, and you got to work yourself through it. And that was us trying to calm him down. Like, what, you're not going to score again? Like, that's it, you're done. Like, no. And I think when he kind of came through the tunnel and got to the other side, like, then he could kind of smile at it and go, you're right. And he's in a real good spot now. But yeah, he went through a little streak there where he wasn't a lot of fun to be around.
Bob, the college hockey season starts in October, ends in April. You a lot of times judge up by what you do in late March and April.
Yeah.
What's the challenge of that? I mean, how do you get a team ready for the short period?
Well, one, you got to have good players, and we got a lot of them. and for this group right now, you go through steps like even 2 years ago for us to punch our ticket to get through because we got knocked out of a region 3 years ago, and then you punch. You kind of got to go through some lessons, and I know you asked me that the other day. We had a real tough loss a year ago, but that's sports, and like we have to God, would I love to have that change, but we'll take it to our grave. But we move on. Like you move on, and this group knew that, and you come back and you fight to, the Vikings are going to win a Super Bowl one day. They are. So you fight on. And of course, when it doesn't happen, you get asked the question, and these kids, these young guys are going to battle, and we got ourselves in this tournament again, and our quest starts again tomorrow. And that's how you do it. Hi, Mark. How are you? Thank you. You okay with that answer?
Sorry, I just got here. If
right.
no one's asking you yet, I'm gonna. How sweet is this for you to be back where you started up the Stampede back in your home turf, and also for Jaxon as well, Jaxon Nelson?
Yeah, when we handled that, it's pretty cool that he's been such a great story for us, and he's had a great season. Really, he's our captain, our leader, and there's been times this year that he's put the team on his back and pulled us through like a great leader will do. But obviously, I've got great ties here. Two of my kids were born in Sioux Falls. We loved our time here, and I wasn't going to leave until the Gophers pulled me away. And so all these years now, I've had two sons that have played for the Stampede, and so I get to come back to Sioux Falls, and we have very fond memories of great memories of Sioux Falls. And I would be lying if I didn't say when we knew the region was here, we didn't want to be here. We'd have gone anywhere, by the way, wherever we would have gone. But I thought, all right, this is a good place to come. And I'll piggyback that we're trying to let everyone in Minnesota know that it's the exact same distance to what Fargo it is here. And I know we had the snowstorm, but we had an incredible showing in Fargo last year, and we hope those cars make the way down here.
You should. I mean, you should have a home ice advantage here, I would think, tomorrow night.
Yeah, Omaha's not very far away, so we're sure hoping that, because our fans have been terrific. They've just been fantastic, so we're hoping that they make their way here.
Just to follow up, in case you weren't aware, Bob was the first head coach and GM of the Sioux Falls Stampede, 1999-2001.
Bob, you kind of brought up Omaha. Open-ended question. What do you see when you look at the Mavericks team?
Big, physical, been terrific the second half of the season, battle-tested, older guys, well-coached. It's going to be a good hockey game.
Bob, on the same token of just kind of talking about, the ties here, Coach Rabs is here at Augustana. I mean, I saw him wandering around. Did you get the chance to talk to him? And just kind of what is your take on kind of what he's done in that first year with that program?
Well, it's his birthday too today, so we share the same birthday. We went over today. I wanted to see the rink, and so we all toured, and Rabs took us everywhere. It's fantastic. I mean, to think what's happened here now. We were at the Merc. I don't know, anyone here know the Merc? All right. Well, we were in the Merc when we practiced here, and then we played in the old arena. And now to have the practice facility that they have with 3 ice sheets, this facility, what Augustana is doing, 700 youth hockey players in Sioux Falls. I know y'all think you're a basketball town, but I think you're quietly turning into a hockey town. And that's what this sport does. It's an addicting cult sport. And it's kind of catching on down here. Am I right? Yeah. And fantastic facilities, like world class. Pretty cool. See where it's come.
with all that said, when are you going to play Augustana?
All right, this is on Rabs. So he gets hired. Now, Rabs is my captain at St. Cloud, and he was, I think altogether, he was with me for 13 years. So I go, well, when are we going to play? He goes, well, we can't play you yet. So I didn't like call him who you playing. Then I found he's playing Notre Dame in Wisconsin. That's on Rabs. You're talking the wrong coach. And Denver and Colorado College. So that's on him. So you better ask him that question, because we'd sure come down here and play and have them back. So the first opportunity we can make it happen.
Any other questions? Last call for Coach Motzko.
All right, good stuff. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Thank you.
Bob Motzko and the Gophers will take on Omaha in the second game in tomorrow's regional semifinals at 7:30 p.m. Central. The Mavericks and Mike Gavinet will be here for their press conference in 1 hour.
Anybody local, how do you spell Merck? N-E-R-C. And it's spelled Merck? Yeah, Merck.